So there's got to be,
Right.
and this is not something that's been studied, right? Like what happens to a young mind when it has access to almost anything as soon as you get a phone. You're giving 12-year-olds, 13-year-olds phones, and then they have access to everything in the world, everything. Porn instantly.
Which you're talking to a libertine, but I do not think porn is benign. I do not. It is not benign. Not the way it is now on the computer. I mean, it's rapey. It's
what sites are you going to?
Any site.
I'm not getting the rapey porn, but I think it's not benign because.
Oh, please! It's not. It's domineering. Yes, it's a lot of things that I am not interested in, even in my fantasies. I was doing a bit about that in my last special. Like, even in my fantasies, I don't want to choke anybody.
Yeah.
I don't want to come on your face. I mean, come on, coming on your face, that's not rapey or domineering or, I mean, I find that off-putting and gross. That doesn't move me. And the thing, I don't get it. But that's half of what Pornhub is.
Well, I think what half of it is now is a lot of stepsister stuff. It's like stepfather, stepsister,
what's
stepbrother.
That all about?
Because people are trying to be naughty and there's nothing naughty left. Because like the idea of porn originally was like, I can't believe these people are having sex. Like go back and watch porn from the 80s. So they're just having sex.
Ass fucking, choking, come on your face, spitting.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gross. And so I'm not surprised that kids have mental problems.
Fucked up ideas of sex.
Yes. Yeah. What's a first date, first real date like?
Right.
When you saw, a team of Japanese businessmen come on some schoolgirl's face when you were 10.
Oh, you saw that one? The bus?
That
was a rough one. I think it was a flight attendant. I don't think it was a schoolgirl. Yeah.
There was a squid.
Yeah. Oh, there's always squids. They're into octopuses, tentacles and shit.
Yes.
Yeah, it's not necessarily benign, but neither's alcohol, neither's gambling.
Right, I'm not saying it should
a
be
lot of other
outlawed,
behavior. Yeah.
But I mean, if I was a parent,
it's an
I
issue.
Would keep it away from kids.
There's also an issue that you don't tell kids about it, so they find out from other kids. There's no discussion of what it is. There's no like real, no one in the right mind would ever sit down and watch porn with their son and say, "This is what I want you to avoid. Like this is why I want you to avoid this."
Right.
But it's probably not the worst idea. I mean, look, there comes a legality issue. Like, I don't even think it's legal to watch porn with a 13-year-old kid. But if you have a son and he's 13 and you know he's going to be exposed to these things, you almost have a responsibility to talk him through it and just give him some understanding of what is the landscape. Here's a big one. Why are these girls doing this? Okay. Here's something that people don't like to admit that enjoy porn. The vast majority of them have been molested. The vast majority.
Of who's been molested?
Porn actors. Porn stars.
Is that true?
Yeah. There was some study they did on girls who get into porn who've been sexually abused, mentally abused, and physically abused. And it was overwhelming. It was overwhelming. I mean, obviously, it's just anecdotal. It's based on one group of people that I don't know if it's
not
the largest study.
It's not
surprising at all.
No.
So they're searching for acceptance, and they're willing to do something that's way outside the norm. I'm sure there's just some girls are just really promiscuous. They're into sex. And there's nothing wrong with them. They just love it, and they love performing. Right. But I think there's less of them than there are of the girls who were probably abused. And, maybe they turn a negative into a positive. I'm not saying they shouldn't do it. I'm not casting any judgment, but I am saying that you should understand what this thing is. Like how come some people like to fuck on camera and everybody else is afraid that you're going to see their genitals?
I don't know about the watching porn with your son, Joe, but...
Yeah, I wouldn't suggest it either. I'm just saying.
I'm kidding. But what I would tell a kid, especially a boy, is, son, what you're seeing in porn, don't think that women really like that. Because they don't. They don't want to have somebody come on their face.
Someone must. We were talking.
Of course, someone likes anything. That's one of the bad things about the internet is that you could, in the old days, if you were some sort of weirdo pervert, you thought, and the world was better because you thought that you were completely alone in the world. Now, whatever your kink is, you could put it on the internet. You could write, I want a hooker to shit on me while I play with electric trains, and
it's a whole category on
1,000 people in 2 minutes who are saying, me too.
Yeah.
And that, I don't know, that now you have a community of electric train shitters.
You got an echo chamber.
Yes.
They're all enjoying shitting on you with
Right.
electric chains.
So that's all unhealthy.
Yeah.
But I just don't think that that would be my main lesson to a adolescent boy. Okay, we can't keep the porn away from you. Just don't think that's the way real women are or what real women like.